In China, there are towering mountains that locals believe no one should ever climb. They hold danger, mystery, and sacred stories that remain unsolved. Join us to discover why these forbidden peaks inspire both fear and fascination. Fanjing Shan Temple is hailed as China's temple in the sky, perched atop a sheer mountain peak rising more than 2,300 meters above sea level. What makes it extraordinary is its construction across two separate rock pinnacles, linked by a narrow bridge that feels like a passage into another world. For centuries, the temple has stood firm against mist, storms, and time itself, leaving modern architects puzzled at the ancient building methods. Legends say the pilgrimage to Fanjing Shan once required climbing thousands of steep stone steps, a journey both spiritual and perilous. To stand before this sky temple is to touch the boundary between the human and the divine, where nature and faith merge as one. Gao Yiling, a place so surreal it feels like it was sculpted by a divine hand, leaves you breathless, wondering if such winding geological waves could possibly be real. Layers of red sandstone and ancient mudstone swirl together like a natural abstract painting stretched across the sky. Steep cliffs, slick paths, and minimal railings turn every step into a test of nerves, especially when you're standing at the edge of a 200-meter drop, peering into a seemingly bottomless abyss. Known for its unique Danxia landform, Gao Yiling was formed over tens of millions of years of tectonic activity and has since become a hard-to-believe but real destination for thrill seekers. There are no gentle trails here. Only the sound of wind howling in your ears, your heart pounding like a drum, and the overwhelming sense of being tiny in the face of Earth's raw grandeur. Would you dare to step onto these razor-thin ridges and confront the very limits of your courage? The hanging road of the Taihang Mountains is often described as a breathtaking marvel, a passage carved straight into sheer cliffs. It wasn't the work of architects or engineers, but of villagers who, with hammers and chisels, carved a way through stone where no path should exist. Narrow windows cut into the rock let in beams of light, while revealing endless mountain vistas that leave travelers both awed and unsettled. Even today, experts remain astonished that such a daring road was created with only the simplest of tools. Walking along the hanging road feels like standing on the edge of danger itself, where nature's harshness meets the human will to overcome. Monkey Ear Cave, a name that sparks curiosity at first sound, unfolds before your eyes like a gateway into the very heart of the earth. Towering rock walls, curved like the ear of a monkey and meticulously carved by nature over millions of years, form a colossal stone dome rising dozens of meters high. Shafts of light slip through narrow gaps, illuminating a floating mist and transforming the space into a breathtaking natural stage. The soft drip of water echoes through the cave, blending with the whisper of the wind to create an unforgettable, mysterious symphony. Standing here, one cannot help but feel small before the sheer power and artistry of nature. Could this be one of China's most beautiful hidden secrets? Mount Hang Shan, often called a fairyland on Earth, is a place where surreal beauty and rugged danger blend into a magnetic force that stirs a deep urge to conquer and explore. Located in Anhui Province, Huangshan boasts over 70 peaks rising above 1,000 meters, with its highest, Lotus Peak, reaching 1,864 meters above sea level. Towering granite spires pierce through shifting clouds, ancient pines cling to sheer cliffs, and mist weaves through narrow paths, creating a dreamlike landscape that feels pulled straight from a classical ink painting. But it's the steep terrain, vertigo-inducing staircases carved into stone, and arched bridges spanning deep crevices that present the true challenge to those hungry for discovery. Each step upward is exhausting, yet exhilarating, as if climbing higher not only brings you closer to the peak, but also pushes you beyond your own limits. And then you wonder, perhaps the real beauty isn't found at the summit, but in that trembling moment between fear and hope, when you dare to step into the unknown. Wudang Mountain rises like a living ink painting, where rolling green ridges flow like waves and white clouds drift lazily around the high peaks. From an elevation of over 1,600 meters, ancient temples more than 600 years old hide among the old-growth forests, as if carved into the very sky. At dawn, golden light pierces through the mist, illuminating moss-covered green tiles and weathered brick walls, turning the entire scene into something so dreamlike it's hard to believe it's real. Winding stone paths cling to sheer cliffs, both inviting and challenging those who dare to conquer them. This is not only a place where nature reveals its full grandeur, but also a space where humanity and the heavens seem to meet. What hidden secrets has Wudang Mountain been guarding for centuries? Mount Longhu, whose name evokes legends of dragons soaring and tigers leaping, possesses a majestic beauty so surreal, it makes you question if such a place truly exists on Earth. Towering red cliffs twist and rise like brushstrokes on a living ink painting, hugging the curves of the Yangtze River with breathtaking elegance. Hidden within this ancient landscape lies a labyrinth of limestone caves, formed over 160 million years ago, once revered as a sacred Taoist site, home to hundreds of cliffside temples, stone tablets, and sky-hung sanctuaries clinging impossibly to the rock face. Walking along narrow stairways that weave through clouds and hover beside sheer drops feels like dancing on the edge of fear and awe, each step a dare against the limits of human courage. Soaring to heights of around 1,300 meters, Mount Longhu is no place for the faint of heart. And yet, for those who yearn to meet nature at its wildest and most sacred, this is a summit that calls louder than legend. Are you ready to step into the realm where dragons and tigers once clashed in the mist of myth?